We are set to go, ladies and gentlemen, people around the world. Welcome to the weekly beer and video review show with me, Travel Man Dan. Oh man, today is going to be a fun show. We have a little alteration, so I'm going to go ahead and address the room in a minute. But thank you so much. I already see we have Jen's in the house. I see we have Frank is here. Welcome, people around the world. Thank you so much for being here. Today's show is going to be a little bit different. I'll address the elephant in the room, and that is I am injured. The set is different. I have the crutches here, but I definitely am injured. I had an operation on Tuesday of last week, so just about 5-6 days ago. And so what I had was a revision of the ACL construction. It's a big medical term, but basically it's an ACL repair. They went in and they had to go ahead and drill into the top femoral bone and anchor that sucker in and go down into the bottom leg part, and they had to staple that in. So I am in excruciating pain, and I didn't think I would be able to get the show going today, but we're going to make some adjustments because, I'm in a lot of pain. I got my leg propped up here. We're not going to be able to continue throughout the whole hour and a half shenanigans. There'll be no beer bonging. There'll be no chugging beers or whatever, but we are here. I'm going to be reviewing one beer as I just wanted to go ahead and keep my spirits high and continue on with the show. It is Sunday. I look forward to it each and every week. So thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time here, we have a regular scheduled show where we do this whole, whole bunch of different segments. We have a good time doing it, but this is not that show. This is just a pop-up. We're going to do just one beer. Those of you that continue to show your support and come out here and watch and, carry on and bring the audience, I can't thank you enough, especially during times like this where I'm injured. The spirits may be a little bit in jeopardy, a little bit low. You guys bring it right back up, and I'm excited to be here. And we got a delicious beer to go ahead and review. I'm getting by. I'm doing the best I can. If I get kind of like spacey, it's probably because of the medicine, but this is the best medicine being here. Frank says, are these prop crutches or a real deal? These are the real deal, Frank. These are the real deal. I've been hobbling around on these since a Tuesday. The main thing is I just I don't want to make a big deal out of it. I knew I had to do this for a while. I didn't want to get into it and put it all over social media and do all this crazy stuff like look at me. I appreciate those who send me the healings and put up the prayers. I appreciate those who continue to contact me and let me know, speedy recover, all that kind of stuff. But I don't want to get into it too much. I basically just had an ACL construction. I'm going to continue to train, work hard, go to therapy each and every week. And we'll be back before we know it, out there running, kicking, jumping, all that good stuff. I just had to do it still while I'm young enough and go ahead and get this procedure done. So these are the real deal, Frank. We're here. We're doing the show anyway. Healings and hugs from Copenhagen. Thank you, Drunatic. You are the best. I'm painting the bathroom all alone. Good to have the beer camaraderie. Yes. Frank, you are doing quite the remodel over at that place, huh? Every time that we do this show, you're got your hands on a paintbrush, or you're out there putting a fence in, or you're doing something. Drunatic. Yes, Carlos Z, still the man. Thank you, sir. I'm glad that is not in jeopardy, but I appreciate it, guys, from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for showing up. We're going to go ahead and do one beer today. He said, I had an ACL and meniscus done the same day. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, the recovery for that is long as the ACL is too. I was luckily enough to escape no meniscus damage. Just a clean tear right through the ACL. If you don't know, the ACL ligament is the ligament that goes right through the middle part of your knee. It's called the anterior cruciate ligament. It allows you to do this part of a hinge joint with your knee and allows you to turn like this. So oftentimes that's when athletes are turning, right, their knee and then get imploded inward. Okay, and I don't know if that's the best way to go ahead and show you that, but that is the ligament that goes directly through your knee. Is called the anterior cruciate ligament. You also have the MCL and the PCL, which aren't as supportive in need, still very important ligaments, but the MCL is the one on the inside, the PCL is the one on the outside. If you've ever had an ACL tear, you know it is excruciating when it happens. You know that it is a long road back, but I feel great. Frank, thank you so much for the support. And Carlos, I hope that you're doing well and have healed well. Hi, Jens. Carlos, yes, this time I had a cadaver. Yes, I had the cadaver part. So hopefully it will take. You always run into implications with it not taking and whatnot. Your body seems to reject that cadaver. Everything's going so well. I'm just in a lot of pain right now, to be honest with you. I got my leg propped up, but we'll get through it. Mike says fast healing. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, man. We're going to do our best. But that is the first elephant in the room, and we might as well go ahead and address the second elephant in the room. Unfortunately, my co-host, Nate, Test Bunny Nate, will not be joining me today. He actually has fallen under the weather. Okay, so he is really sick, and he sends us hellos and hope you guys are doing well. But Nate will not be joining us, so it's a little bit of an altered Sunday. We had a big show planned, but I just can't get through it. And kind of makes sense to do a one beer just because my co-host Nate isn't here, and he's such an integral part of the show. He's healing up. He's got a little bit under the weather. His boy's been sick, and I believe he passed it around the family. So it's not COVID issues that we know of. It's more of just like flu and congestion, but he's got it pretty bad. So he will not make it. Nate is a good dude. He says hello. He misses you guys and wishes he could be here, but he's not. So, guys, that's breathe, right? Breathe. I get so excited. And like I said before, I haven't taken any medication, so I'm in an extreme amount of pain right now. So what is the better medication other than good people and good fun? And that is beer. And today we're going to be trying out this beer that was given to me. Okay, let's see what Carl, remember the movie way back where dude had a killer cadaver parts? I don't remember when was that. That's awesome. So the beer that we're going to be drinking today is a good beer company that I know of. I've never actually been there. It was given to me by my little brother in Kenmore, and I brought it back. He goes out to the Adirondacks, which is one of the most beautiful places in New York State. If you don't know, it is the mountain range that is basically north and northeast, crossing over into Canada. Pretty big mountain range, more. It's tough because I'm looking at a giant mountain right now outside my window, but it's more of like rolling hills with beautiful pine trees and stuff, lush forest, this kind of thing. Beautiful place. He goes to the place called Tupper Lake, and next to Tupper Lake is a brewery that he swears that he really likes. A lot of hometown, a lot of love for it because he's there when he goes camping and stuff. And I'm talking about Raquette River Brewing, and he has given me their IPA. Check that out. So this is what we're going to be reviewing today. This beer is a local brewery. It's a very small place. It's a small town right there in Tupper Lake. Not a big place at all. Let's see. I stayed out at Campground on Lake George in the Adirondacks, visited a bucket list for William Henry, better known as the fort, visited by the main characters in the last. Oh, very cool. You know what? I think I remember seeing some of your posts on that. That's pretty cool. So Mike is familiar with the Adirondacks. It's a beautiful place. I don't know if you've ever been to this place before, Mike. Raquette River Brewing. Let me go ahead and show you guys a little bit about this place. And check out, this place is really cool. All right, so here is their label. It is in Tupper Lake. They've been around since 2013. So kind of a newer brewery, but like I said, my brother said it's pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. But check this out. I love this, man. Look at their little, it almost looks like a little log cabin at this other place I go to called Allegheny, right? It just doesn't have the feel of these big giant breweries that we've been showing. It's just got like a little cabin fever kind of look. Pretty neat. It's got the hand painted sign over here, kind of wood cut sign. Really cool detail. That I suppose my brother was telling me is the older part of the brewery, which is now used for clerical and administration stuff. But here is the inside of the brewery. Take a look at this. Okay, got the German beer hall style. Look at these giant trusses up here. Beautiful wood. Everything is wood. Even the bar chairs they're not stools. They're like a chair, but they're a little bit higher up. Got these really beautiful picnic tables going on in here. Just a neat place, wide open air. You can see all these windows are probably propped open. Probably brings in a great aroma of the pine trees and just a really cool brewery. Then I believe outside they have a couple of these going on, the food trucks where people can go and eat and enjoy themselves. So overall, not a bad looking place. looks like a really neat place to go and while you're out there camping, while you're out there enjoying the wilderness, to go and dive into and go back to, if you will, and get a little bit of civilization if you want to visit a brewery or you want to go out to dinner or whatever. Anyway, what the hell? That's about it. I like these virtual brewery. Great as a show. Thanks, Frank. Yeah. That if you know me, I'm very determined to get better at all areas which I'm doing it. We just try to do it like 1% at a time, 1% better. So many people are so subjected to, I got to be immediately great or whatever. This is a work in progress. I'm getting better. I'm learning stuff as I go. I feel like each show I go back and when I take a look at it, analyze it, I know where I can get better. I know what I can do. And like I said, it's just me. And now I got Nate. So eventually when I have a more of a team, I can allocate some of those things and we can make it even better. So, Frank, that is one of the things I wanted to add. I got another thing I want to show you in a little bit, but thanks so much for mentioning that. Hey, Baro. Yeah, welcome. All right. Welcome to the show, Baro. All right. We are drinking this beer. I'm going to go ahead and crack it open. It is now the Raquette River Brewing. Okay. The brewery. Like I said, it's a little wacky being hurt. But anyway. All right. Ooh, man. Wow. Ooh, citrusy, piney. All right. My first waft of it. Holy cow. This one right here. This is what this is the kind of classic IPA flavorful smell that I like. All right. You breathe in it in, and I'm getting major nodes, buddy Nate. I got you, bud. Major nodes of the pine and the citric flavor. Okay. I like that they show a giant hop right there with a hand on it, but smell is amazing. Let's go ahead and pour this sucker open, or let's go ahead and pour the sucker down. You're going to see me fumbling over my words. Obviously, I'm a little incapacitated already. Oh, yes. Look at this. This is the classic IPA that I am looking for. Gosh, oh boy. Oh, baby. Oh, all right. Take a look at this. All right. It's got a hazy, unfiltered look. Really strong looking beer, almost like an amber color, but you can see particles and fragments are floating around in here of the unfilteredness, almost like an apple cider. You have that dark vortex tunnel that I always like to talk about with IPAs, and the aroma coming off of this beer is delicious. And let's go ahead and drink it up. Cheers, guys. Thanks for hopping on with me. I appreciate you, showing up and supporting me when I'm hurt. And let's go ahead and try out the Raquette River Brewing Company's IPA. Wow. That is fantastic. Wow. This is the IPA that I really, when I drink other IPAs and they don't taste like this is what I'm talking about. This is what I resort to. This is the one that I like. This is the most flavor that I really like the most. And wow, just a really piney taste, if you will. It's got that really hoppy, flavorful taste. It's got some kind of a citrus. Maybe it's a lemon or a grapefruit going on there. That's a nice combination. And overall, this is a delicious beer. I'm really impressed the first sip. It gives you that classic IPA flavor. I tout it all the time. Sometimes when I try some of these over-the-top, blueberry, strawberry, hazy kind of whim-whams of an IPA, they just don't quite nail it. They're good. They just are a little bit different. This one right here, this is the perfect IPA flavor. So if you're looking for that traditional IPA taste, this is the one. Those little flakes and fragments are real prominent in this beer. I can see them very clear. I got the light shining through. So, not sure what that means, but we have 10 people in the room. Thank you so much, everyone. Jens, Junitic, welcome. Aquanuts, welcome. Hi. Says hello, Greg Z. All right. Welcome, Greg Z. Thank you so much. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. This is awesome. What tons of love. I'm looking at all the comments, guys. We're rolling through. We're doing the best we can. Bar and all. Yeah. All right, guys. I want to go ahead and talk about a couple of things. Wow, man, love it. Nothing does the spirit higher than when a friend checks in. I got to be honest with you. When you're hurt like this and you're laid up and you really can't be doing much, I've been alone for like Tuesday. He's just staring off into the ceiling in a lot of pain. And I got to tell you, the text messages, the emails, whatever it is, the phone calls, I can't thank you guys enough because it does a lot for me. It does a lot for my soul and just makes you feel really good when you're hurt. Like I said, I'm alone and I have to take care of myself. So getting those little messages, just, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? Means a lot. And I want to say thank you. Thank you so much, guys. A couple of things I want to go over, and we'll get back into this beer, and then we'll wrap things up. As I said before, this is not going to be a full show. I got my window open over here, screen's propped open, and I heard a loud, like, boom, thump, and I look up, a bird thought he could fly, or she, or I don't know, fly into my kitchen and hit the window hard, man. This thing was like, thump, just before the show started. The bird looks to be a little dazed, and it took off about 2-3 minutes ago, so happy to see that it's flying again. But could you imagine going full speed as a bird into a window? I'm sure it happens a lot in their life. They probably had some kind of weird bird call for it or a chirp, like, oh, you got, it means, he ran into a window. I don't know sure if that's true or not. I don't really speak full bird, but cheers to the bird that ran into the window and is off and running. Oh, that's delicious. I really like that. Something about the lemon fragrance going on. I think that's what it is. I thought it might be a grapefruit, but I'm definitely tasting more of a lemon flavor going on there, mixed with those piney, fresh, citrusy flavors. Really delicious beer, liking this IPA. Like I said before, it's a 6.8%, so it is a stronger beer. Cheers, Marissa. Cheers. All right. We have 12 people in the room. I just want to let you know this show is only going to go on for about 10 more minutes. So we will not be doing any beer bongs and whatnot because already my leg is starting to hurt and I got to move. Thank you, Calvin. Welcome. A couple of things also that I want to go over. My father also had surgery. He had his hand operated on. He had a trigger finger. So I don't know if you know what trigger finger is. Basically, your fingers get locked into a trigger position. So, he had 3 of them. So what they did is they basically come in here and they snip the loop that allows them to move freely. So now he can do it. But he had surgery the day after me. And it's funny because we were just talking about a lot of the healing and stuff like that. And he's calling me hop along. So I'm calling him hand job. Gotcha, Pops. Hey. But yeah, that's probably thought I would bring that up. I don't know. So prayers to my dad, healthy healing. Hope you're feeling better, hand job. And, you're back holding tools and doing your thing out there. So welcome. We have a big crowd already. Thank you so much, guys. I love all the interaction amongst you guys. I think that's great. I think when I first started, like I said, we're handy and no leg. I like that. But really, really happy to see that kind of flourish, grow, and nurture that throughout the weeks over the last year or whatnot. A couple of things. I got my crutches. You see this black painting in the back. This is a little art project I'm working on. It's going to be developed, and I'll go ahead and show you in a little bit when it's finished. But basically, over the last 10 years, even before Travel Man Dan actually started, because I've only been doing Travel Man Dan for just under 3 years. But, I'd always traveled. I wish I would have picked up a camera before that, but I didn't. Anyway, got to go back to those countries. I've collected all kinds of pieces along the way, whether they're ticket stubs from the flights, hotel brochures, little reminders, trinkets, hotel things, key rings. You just accumulate shit when you come back from traveling. You always have a bag that you stuff everything in. Well, I've accumulated stuff like this over the last 10, 12 years of my travels. So I'm doing a collage. All right, that's pretty cool. You're going to see all the cool Travel Man Dan stuff from all the years. I'll have some pictures added in there of people that I shared those experiences with. Just kind of things that remind me of like places that I've been in the world. I think that's it's cool. It's a fun little art project that I can do while I'm sitting here with my leg and can't really move. So yeah, look for that one. That's what that is. I already started it, so we're gonna continue on. Hi, Drunatic, says Marissa Aquanuts. Hi, Marissa. Sorry for leaving you. I'm not sure what that means, but everyone, that's okay. Great call on the collage. Thanks, Frank. I'll be sure to show you guys. It's going to look pretty cool when it's done as I'm gathering all this cool stuff. And, it's like one of those old school things. Like, yeah, you can flip through your Instagram or whatever. And I guess I didn't have an Instagram or a picture book and stuff like that. But I wanted to make something neat, kind of a centerpiece. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make that for my kitchen. All right. One of the things I want to talk about real quick before I have another sip. Cheers, guys. Thanks for joining me. We are drinking this beer from the Raquette River Brewing Company. It is delicious. It is their IPA. It is in Tupper Lake, New York, which is the Adirondacks. It was given to me by Brother Steve. So thanks, Brother Steve. It's got a weird creaminess to it, which you don't really often taste when you drink an IPA. IPAs are usually more of a bitter, sharp, crispier foot feeling. This one has more of a smooth bitterness, okay? It's like almost like a cream. You know how they have some of the cream beers? One of my favorite beers is California Creamin'. But yeah, it's just got a real slight creaminess to it with the IPA piney citrus flavor. Ooh, I'm really liking this one. It's a really good beer. Forgot to say hi to Marissa. Freak, cool that you're so. Thank you. I do what I can, and we're doing our thing. Last year I fell off a ladder. Ooh, I was 6 feet high. I tried to get up and my knee blew out, so I tried getting up again using my arm and my elbow. Oh shit. Yeah, you want to be careful, Greg Z. I hope that you're okay. I hope that you're feeling better. And, I don't know if you had surgery or not, but if you did, you're well on your way to recovery. It's one of those things that, you can get surgery and, never feels the same. Never feels exactly the way it was before it was when God gave it to you. But you can do the right therapy and you can do all the precautions and things to get ready for getting back to normal activities. And you may not be an athlete. Like, look, I don't know if I'll be ever doing flips again and jumping spin kicks and things like that like I used to, but that's okay because I've altered my workout into more things like bicycle riding, slow running, going to do a hell of a lot of walking. And I know it seems crazy, but I like walking because it helps compartmentalize my thoughts. And I'm going to do new stuff like yoga and then Pilates to help equal out the core and the balance and things like that. So, Greg, I hope you're okay with that. Hope you're feeling better. Still determined to get up and try to stand on my ankle. Oh, damn, you got really messed up. Breaking my ankle and the elbow. Oh, my gosh. That's what I feel too. You had one hell of a story there, Greg. Wow. That's crazy. So your knee went out, tried to get up, your elbow went the other way, got up again, and your ankle rolled over. Jeez. Man, that's a tough one. Hey, I do slow running too. Yeah. I mean, people, don't really think about it, but like when you talk about like posteriors and like the way that you're actually supposed to be is, walking is the most normal thing that we can do, I guess, So if you do a lot of walking, let's say you do 5 miles a day, it should take you about 35 to 55 minutes, wherever range you're in. If you're going fast or going uphill, whatever, walk 5 miles a day. I don't care who you are or where you are. You're going to lose in 30 days, probably 10 pounds. And in 60 days to 90 days, probably 20 pounds. Stretching is the best. Ever consider doing a mead review? Yes, I have. I'm looking for a good mead. Okay, becoming as a product that they brew the traditional 10th century beer. It's carbonated. Okay, thank you, Mike. Yes, we were definitely going to be bringing in some weird new styles of beer. I guess that's not new style. That's an old style. I did a mead review of a mead shot place that I went to in Lithuania. That was pretty fun. So I'll definitely look for that. Selfies next to my mural still thinking over. Drunatic, yes. Anyway, what was I talking about? What are we watching? I'll go ahead and let you know what we're watching, and then I'm going to go ahead and drink this beer. We're going to score it, and we're out of here. Guys, I don't know if you've seen this. I've heard about it a lot. It's on Apple TV because I'm sitting here a lot. I've already cruised through 1.5 seasons, and I'm talking about Ted Lasso. Jason Sudeikis. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's really popular right now in the United States, probably all over the world. It's about an American football coach that goes over to England and coaches a soccer team with no experience, kind of like a major league theme where she hired the coach, the owner did, to piss off her husband. And, he actually did a lot better than most people expected. The team wasn't very good, but there's a lot of like heartfelt lessons going on in this series. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. It's like, when people say, don't spoil it, don't spoil it, don't spoil it. What did you think? that the main character wasn't going to beat the dragon. Anyway, no, I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but I'm watching Ted Lasso. I don't know if you guys have checked it out. It's very cool. It's very interesting. And like I said, Chris says it's a solid TV choice. Yeah, it's quick. Episodes go like this. But there's always a nice message in it. It's kind of like corny a little bit, but you know what? I prefer corny and good-hearted over all the other shit that's going on out there about murder and suffrage and torture and things like that. So, Ted Lasso has actually been a breath of fresh air, and I'm really enjoying the show. I'm in the second season, so if you haven't checked it out, that's what I'm watching. That's really about it. And I'm going to get into. I did do the old Amazon Whole Foods order. I can't move, right? I'm on my crutches. I can't drive. People have asked me to help out, but I don't want them to see me in pain, this kind of thing. So it's more, I feel more comfortable with answering back on a message or a phone call. But, I still need groceries. I need a place to eat. So I thought I would check out on Amazon where you could order through Whole Foods. Perfect. All right. You just go through. There's tons of ways to order. It's broken out into, you go to a Whole Foods website. You can order your pantry, snacks, fishes, meats. So it's broken out in beef, chicken, fish, turkey. You can go to beverages. You can go to produce. I ordered a bunch of stuff. They dropped it off the door. They knocked on the door. The guy was gone. How easier does that get? So really excited to have that, especially during this time. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Amazon is now connected with Whole Foods. You can also do Amazon Fresh, where they have a grocery store within, I believe, 10 or 20 miles of you. There's nowhere near me, so I had to do the Whole Foods. Nonetheless, it was pretty good. Just like this beer, the Raquette River Brewing Company. Okay, check this one out. Really good stuff. Lunatic is liking it. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and chug this down, and I'm going to show you guys something that has been in the works. I've told you about it before. I'm going to be making some adjustments, but I will be putting it out there very soon. Here we go. That's delicious. All right, take a look. I don't know if you can see all the little fragment filter pieces. All right, they're like, I don't know, just unfiltered hops or barley or whatever. Frank's Cavell Meat Company, ordered online. They ship it right to your front door. Mike, you're awesome. I'm going to write that down right now. Is that Gronenfeld Mead? All right, I'm going to do that one, and I'm going to check that out. Cheers, Aquanauts. Thank you so much. Guys, the next thing I want to talk about is this, okay? Now, I told you before that I want to go ahead and formulate some type of system where you can go and I'm getting together my email list. So hopefully you guys will sign up to the email list. On that email list will be my website, but it'll also be mailed to you the new scorecard so that you can score at home. Damn, it's a good beer. It was very good. Very good. I'm in love with life. I love that, Lunatic. I'm going back and looking at this, Mikey. So basically, I was talking about like the scorecard, right? I would love to go ahead and create a community, that also watches and whatever, and then has a scorecard at home. And whether or not you're doing the same beer as me, it can be hard, right? But some of the times when we do these macros, like if we're doing Sam Adams, everyone can find Sam Adams. Everyone can find Budweiser, this kind of stuff. Maybe you can go ahead and grab this off the email list or off the website, the scorecard, the universal scorecard. And while you're watching it, whether it's live or later, then you can go ahead and send me your score. Go ahead, post it, tag Travelman Dan. But that's what I've been working on, guys. And I have the weekly beer show scorecard almost done. There's a little bit different color scheme that I'm going to add to it. But this is what it's kind of going to look like. What do you guys think? This is going to be the new scorecard. As you can see, we have a little spot for both beers. Okay, so if you can add both beers on there, you're going to be able to write them in. The taste, this is on a 0.5 schedule, like so it's 1.5, 2.5, et cetera, et cetera. You add them all up, you have the total. Okay, Frank says he'll sign up for the email list. Thank you so much. A Boston Review Committee. Yes, I love that. And the cool thing about this is you can either print it out or you can write it in the PDF form, and then you can go ahead and, like I said, and you can take the photo and then post your review. And we're going to get this whole thing going. And, I just wanted to share this with you guys. What do you guys think of the scorecard? Is it cool? Is it neat looking? Thank you so much. Drunatic says it's cool. Jens, how do we rate the beer ponds? Yeah. Marissa likes it. Super cool. Good idea. Where do I send my email? Thank you, Chris. I will sign you guys up. We're working on that. That's the conundrum of working a full-time job and also building this creative space. Is there's only so much time in a day, but I'm working on it. Thank you so much. I like it. Looks great. We're gonna do a couple other little tweaks so it's not so glaring. But when you take a look at it, it's got everything that we need. There's gonna be a little space for the date, this kind of thing. But I think this is going to be like the universal thing that you can go ahead and you can check electronically or post on there and just really get a buzz going around it. Kind of like Beer Advocate and Beer Group and like the app and stuff. But we're doing our own thing. We're doing our own score. So let me go ahead and score this guy. Where the heck is my pen? All right. Let's go ahead and score this beer. Thank you, Aquanuts. I appreciate it. Let's do the first one is Raquette. Sorry guys, this is the fun parts of being a little bit under the weather. River Brewing IPA. So very easy. You write it in there. There it is. You see where it's written in there. Okay, just for your own records, that kind of thing. Will you announce the beers early, like by month? Good question, Frank. Yes, we're working on that for the new year. The thing is like the issue that we have with this is we have to go and purchase a lot of the beers ourselves. So we're trying to get for the new 2022 lined up is where we have the guests already lined up because they will be back. We have the beers lined up and the breweries actually send it to us. And well, when it all comes together, it's going to be magical, but I will do my best to let you guys know. That way, if you want to hunt it down and you want to go ahead and score it, because let's say that, I give a beer a 20 and Nate gives it a 23 and Frank goes ahead and posts and he says it's rank and gives it a 15, or Carlos Z or whoever just goes ahead and gives it their score. I love to hear you guys' interaction. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it, because just like as if I was here in front of you guys and we're hanging out having a beer, I would ask you, like, what do you think? What does it taste like? What do you think of the design? This kind of thing. So I think that's pretty cool. Tyndon, kind of the same, Frank. I need Test Bunny's pick for the Bills game. He likes the Bills. Trust me. I love all these ideas. I'm all in. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Let's set something up. I'll be home in December. I'd love to have a beer with you. And if you get your dad to join us too, that'd be cool. It's a scorecard ever so free. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. The taste, the Red River Brewing Company's IPA is exactly what I'm looking for when I drink an IPA. It's got the strong bite to it. It's got the 6.8%. I feel like that it really drives home that flavor of bitterness that IPAs are so associated with. And I'll take that. That's exactly what I look for. I think that the lemon citric flavor along with their combination makes it a great beer. I enjoy drinking this a lot. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a score of 4.5. That's right. I've got Burger Boy here to. I love to keep up with what you're drinking. These are some better shops in Boston to get this stuff out of the travel. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think there's some great beers in Boston, and I'm looking forward to it. Looks good. Looking forward to the email list. Thank you, Mikey. Appreciate it. Say hi to the family. Price. Typically the price I go back and forth with how I should score this. This was a gift. This was given to me by my brother Steve, so it was free. So it should get a 5.0. But actually, when I looked on their website, the standard for this one was about $3. So you can find it in various places. When you buy it in a 6-pack or a 4-pack, it ranges. So the price I'm going to go with at being $3.25, which I don't think is a bad price with the tax and the deposit and stuff. I think for the beer that you get a quality beer. I think it's decent. That's why I'm going to go ahead and give it a score of a 3.5. Now, the design. I like this design. They're frugal with their choices. It's that silver can. As you can see, the silver can is very easy. It's very basic IPA kind of look. Okay, but then they print out these stickers. How many they print out, I don't know. I remember they're distributing. But they got this cool label printer, slaps it on there. I think that's kind of cool and frugal. I like how they use the tree. The pine tree is an A. I like all the little intricacies, like the hand holding the hop. If you look to the side, they're also quite simplistic, okay? And they go ahead and they tell you a little bit about it over here. They don't get into this great big novella over here. They just tell you Indian Pale Ale in this can, West Coast IPA with notes of pine, resin, and citrus. Okay, I like that it's silver on green. Green is one of my favorite colors. I think of the forest. I think of the Adirondacks. I think that's a great can. I like what their design is. And I'm going to go ahead and give them a score of a 3.5. All right, Wonder Strudel. Yes, welcome. All right, good to have you here. Thank you so much. All right, let's give Wonder Strudel some love. Accessibility. Guys, this beer is not very accessible. You can go and get it in Tupper Lake in the Adirondacks in New York. You probably might be able to find it in parts of Vermont, like Burlington. You might even be able to find it up in Montreal. But other than that, I'm going to say it's very, very hard to find. You got to go to this region, and that's why Brother Steve brought it to me. I think that it's going to be a tough one anywhere in the world. I think this brewery is up and coming, and I can't wait to visit it next year because Montreal is on the bucket list. I've never been there, but I'm looking forward to going there next year. I'm going to do a little Raquette River Brewing Company stop. Then I'm going to go to Montreal, and then I'm going to go to Vermont. So, accessibility, unfortunately, he's going to give it a score of a 2.0. All right, TMD X Factor. I brought this beer back from Buffalo. It was given to me by Steve. He wanted me to drink it over this past September visit. I wasn't able to get it in. I was just really busy running around, filming, doing a lot of stuff with the family. But because it came from my brother, that holds a lot of weight. I absolutely love you, Steve. Thank you so much for going ahead and making a suggestion, a recommendation, and putting it in my hands. All right. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. The fact that you and Katie go up there and spend a lot of time together, that's friggin' awesome. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get there in this September, but we're looking for next year to get up there. That holds a lot of weight with me. It's family love. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and give this beer a 5.0 on the TMD X Factor. All right. I'm hurt. I'm not feeling good. Okay. I'm injured. But you know what? Drinking this beer brings back a lot of fun and memories, and it makes me think of my brother and back home. And, well, that alone has got TND fired up. So I'm giving it a 5.0, and I ain't looking back. Now let's go ahead and pull this up. Sorry, Nate's usually here when I do this edition thing. All right. Okay, all right, I got it in. All right, hope you didn't hear me counting myself. Guys, today's beer, the Raquette River Brewing Company, scored a beautiful 18.5. Look at that, 18.5. That is awesome. It's a great score. Love it. Hope you guys enjoyed reviewing this beer. We went a little bit longer than I expected, but that always happens. Just once I get going, I can't slow down and really enjoy this. It's done. No, I mean, it's unfathomable. You just can't measure how good this makes me feel. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for showing up. I'm not leaving you with the quote of the week other than, respect your health. How's that? Okay, I'll leave you with that. Respect your health. I'm going to continue to get better each day, day in and day out. Before I know it, I'll be back up walking on both feet. We will be back next week. So stay tuned to my Instagram and Facebook to let you know what time exactly we'll be at. But we will be back on next Sunday. It's just all depending on how I feel, how things go with the doctor, all that good stuff. But guys, thank you so much. I'm glad we got this one in. I'm glad that we were able to do it. We had some delicious beers or beer to review. It was a fun show. Thank you so much. Barrow says the scorecard is cool. I missed you. Thank you for sharing. I missed you too. Thank you so much, Drunatic. Big hugs to everybody. Thank you, Marissa. It's great to see you, Danny. Thank you so much. And am I the consistent with the show? Great. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that, man. It's just keep showing up and keep doing it, dude. We'll get better in that. Thank you so much, Jens. I appreciate that. Healing hugs, Drunatic, to each and every one of you guys. I hope that you guys are doing well. Thank you, Calvin. I hope you have a great week. I hope whatever you do, you're doing it well. I wish you the best. Thank you, Aquanuts. Get well. Say hello to Tenacious Freak, Greg Z, whoever else is out there, Carlos, Wonder Strudel. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Travel Man Dan. And remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. Bye, guys. See ya. That was a fun one.